Hi everyone, it's Anna. Thank you so much for visiting my channel, and a very Merry Christmas Eve to you and your families this year. I thought I'd give you a quick look outside the window here in my room. You can see the chicken coop there down below and the garden as well. Lots of snow on the ground, and it's really beautiful today. I also thought I would give you a quick look at some of the things that I've pulled out to inspire me for my holiday crafting and share some additional details with you. So here you can see there is a hutch in my room here in the corner, and on it I store my 6x6 paper pads, and they're all divided up in two categories by theme. So for example, I have a fall and Halloween bin, I have a couple of Christmas ones, I have one that's dedicated to sewing and baking, one that's masculine and outdoors, just things like that. Up above, I have some nice treasures that have been given to me by friends, and then some boxes and jars that store some things I don't get into very often. I really love these clear refrigerator bins for storing my 6x6 paper pads. I think they work really, really well. And they're nice and sturdy so they don't break down like a box would. You can see I probably have plenty of paper. In the glass cabinet here, I just keep lots of treasures that I want to keep safe. Some things that I've had since I was a little kid, some just special things that I have that I want to keep safe. And then on the wall here, I have 3 shelves that I have for displaying some of my wood-mounted stamps. This year I chose to put out some of my favorite Penny Black Snowman and Critter stamps here, so these are really fun and cute to look at. Up above that I have some of my favorite Santa stamps, and a new poinsettia stamp that I bought this year, so I just set it there to be on display. And then above that, I have some of my favorite snowman stamps. And these just have nice, colorful images, or obviously cute images themselves, and are just fun to look at. So fun and inspiring. Next to that, I have a cabinet that I use as my cutting station. So I have my cutting, my paper cutter and a scoreboard. And then in the window there, you can see I have lots of little doodads, a big jar full of buttons, and some of my favorite angel stamps. I keep lots of old jars with buttons and little knickknacks in them. There's a great big empty jar there that I would love to fill with buttons, but it has a crack in it, so I need to figure out something to put in it that's not quite so heavy. So maybe I'll fill it with candy canes. So that might be fun. Also, some of my favorite snowman stamps from Buttermilk Basin and Inky Antics as well. And then you can see there is a cactus that's swooping down and trying to take over my window. That cute little partridge in a pear tree that's hanging there in the window is one that I made when I was a little kid. It's one of those oven bake stained glass kits. There's a Christmas card there from my friend Gabby, a cute little gingerbread foam clippy that my friend Kat made for me. All very cute. Next to that, I have a bowl that is like an old angel food cake pan or a bundt can, filled with some stamps and candy canes and pipe cleaners. Then I have some other fun odds and ends that have been pulled out for the season to enjoy. I have some more stamps here on display as well. More Penny Black stamps and Deb Strain stamps, Debbie Mum stamps. Looks like there's just lots of variety on these shelves. Not as packed full as I did last year, but I kind of wanted just to pull out just a few favorites to enjoy. I love that candle image there in the middle. Very fun. And then up on top, I have more stamps on display. These are a lot of winter or Christmas stamps, and also obviously some of my favorites. I love that cabin there in the woods. That's an Impression Obsession stamp that's now retired. I also have some ornaments that I've made on display. This is one of my red mittens that I filled with some greenery and candy canes and that cute little owl ornament. And so I enjoy having that out to inspire me. And there again, you can see that cactus that's trying to take over the world. It's one of those weird fuzzy cactuses. It's not actually pokey. And so lots of little things hanging here and there. That cute little felt pig is from my friend Gabby. She sent that to me last year, and it's adorable. Another quick look at some of these Deb Strain and Debbie Mum stamps. And then there's another great big jar full of rusty jingle bells, a jar full of old buttons, and a little basket there full of buttons and things as well. And I love these little quilt block stamps. Here is one of my angel dies that I made using my die set from Impression Obsession, and I think she's really sweet in her little rose dress. And then next to that cabinet, I have 2 more cabinets that I use for stamp storage, and on the wall above that, I have a lot of my gingerbread stamps on display, and then I have another shelf there on the left as well. So I'll give you a closer look here. These are just some of the stamps that I've put out to inspire me this year. You'll also see some other treasures on this shelf as well. There is lots of little snowmen and gingerbread, all different kinds of companies represented. There's some here from Peddler's Pack, Amuse, Impression Obsession, Darcy's, Stampassions. Let's see, who else? Stampendous is there. Really, really cute. And then on those cabinets, I have a couple of old jars filled with tea-dyed ribbons and clothespins, also that great big jar of old buttons. The jar is one that Aunt Patty gave to me, and I filled it up really quick. And then I have this old silver tray filled with some heart stamps and gingerbread and looks like some felt candy canes. There's the fun Gingerbread Man book that Marilyn G gifted to me last year. So thank you, Marilyn. And then I have a lot of my gingerbread wood-mounted stamps out on display as well. And many of these were out on display last year as well, but I will put a link to the video that I shared last year where you can see probably some changes in the gingerbread display, but definitely changes in the displays in other places around the room. And look at that gingerbread is upside down. Alan thinks he is so funny. He comes in here looking for something, and he randomly will turn a stamp or 5 upside down to see how long it takes me to notice. Obviously, he's been in here recently. Here are some cute wood-mounted stamps that were from Impression Obsession before they stopped creating wood-mounted stamps. And then lots and lots of little cuties here. Again, lots of companies represented. Peddler's Pack and Impression Obsession, Inky Antics, Whippersnapper, Darcy's. Stampin' Up! Has some stamps represented in here. All kinds. I think there's some All Night Media. So many cuties. Those cute little chickens there that are made out of clay were gifted to me years ago from my friend Carol D. I love those. And then some Diana Markham stamps, some Penny Black stamps, and on and on and on. So thank you so much for joining me today as I shared some of my favorite holiday treasures. I hope you'd enjoyed taking a look at my room, and thank you so much for watching. Happy holidays.